So how do you lead people through change? What are the new guidelines? With Brexit and the changes on the world scale, it could be argued that organisational leaders are now facing the most challenging periods of change leadership for over 30 years. So what lessons can future leaders learn? Having partnered with a whole variety of organisations on their change journey, the biggest mistake that many organisations make is to focus on the task and the process of change, and people come as an afterthought. Most HRDs will agree with me that a people-driven focus involving employees at every stage of any change initiative determines success. We can all cite many examples of why process-driven methods fail to deliver strong results. In our experience, there are 5 people-driven guidelines that can help leaders in any business. 1. Be purposeful. Focus on why and continually inspire people with the purpose, the vision and the objectives for the change. 2. Know what's important to people. Be a high-impact communicator. Ask questions, be curious, listen, engage people in the how, coach them and empower them to act. Number 3. Know what motivates your people. Align individual motivators with team motivations and your organisational values to sustain a really thriving culture. 4. Be true to yourself. Authenticity builds trust, person by person in all organisations, and change is fundamentally about people, not just process. And finally, 5. Change is the new normal. You have to get used to it. Agility, adaptability, mindfulness and innovation are the name of the game. To bring this to life, I'll quickly share 2 real-life examples from organisations already on successful change leadership journeys. First of all, Grosvenor Estates, the Duke of Westminster's privately owned property group. They're a great example of purposeful leadership and knowing what motivates their people. Active in some of the world's most dynamic cities, Grosvenor embarked on change leadership focused on purpose and inspiring its people with a powerful why. Their Living Cities philosophy supports a strategy guiding people to create, invest in and manage properties and places that contribute to enduring success of cities worldwide. With a really clear purpose, vision and objectives for the change, the firm has now turned its attention to change leadership and what it's calling releasing surprising potential in its people using motivation. Key stakeholders across the organisation have been accredited in motivational maps, a tool enabling people to understand what motivates them and providing leaders with insights to align people's individual motivators with team drivers and then organisational values and their purpose. The business and people are thriving, with performance up 9% in a really challenging year ahead of its predictions. My second example is Nationwide, the world's largest building society. In April 2016, the new CEO, Joe Gardner, at the helm, Nationwide embarked upon people-focused change leadership with the big conversation. They asked staff to discuss their views on the organisation. Everyone was given a voice and fully listened to before any decisions were made on the process or task of change management. This is an excellent example of change leadership at its best, with leaders seeking to understand what's important to people. A huge degree of high-impact communication took place, and the firm is now acting on the insights gained, to the extent that we've just seen the launch of a new direction for its whole advertising campaign that celebrates the voices and stories of ordinary people speaking up for what matters in society today. Nationwide invests extensively in developing their own people's communication, influencing, decision-making and innovative thinking skills, which all speak to people-driven guidelines for success. So both of these examples epitomise organisations who are embracing these 5 new change leadership guidelines, because after all, change is the new normal.